Greetings and salutations, Renee Box Young. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, sharing, showing your support, commenting in the comment sections of the videos, tuning into live sessions. I've just been having a blast, man, with the community, with the family. You are family. We are one, definitely. Subscribers since day one, man, recent subscribers. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Renee Box Young is simply a platform where we discuss, critique, analyze, and just talk about the sport of boxing and more. We talk about other things, obviously, about life sometimes, because, the sport of boxing intertwines with life if we apply it, certain principles, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. And it makes us stronger people. We're all fighters in life, definitely, man. And, we talk a little bit about BKFC also, you know what I mean? A little bit of MMA, from time to time, but mainly boxing. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Take the hate somewhere else, man. This is a platform where we don't speak hate. We don't do none of that, man. Good vibes up in here, definitely at Renee Box Young. Doing new things here, like I've been saying time and time again. And I really appreciate each and every one of you once again. I want to get into this, man. I mean, first and foremost, I gotta make something straight, and I've been saying it, okay? I don't get into the topic of the whole controversy with, between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. I mean, I obviously recognize it. I know it's going on, okay? I know it's been going on, all the back and forth, arbitration, mediation on behalf of Wilder and his team, you know what I'm saying? And I hope the best for Wilder, definitely. And I hope justice is served. I've said that, shouts out to our guy, Blue Blood. Been invited there, from time to time also, man. Love him, man. He's been showing so much love to me, you know what I'm saying? And the family there. And I've said that, I hope justice is served, you know what I'm saying? I don't get to the details there. Why? Because it's really complex, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of intricacies concerning that issue between Wilder and Fury, concerning the rematch that they had, okay? So I don't get into that because other platforms do amazing in doing all that stuff. So, I mean, that's just not my job. Some people shine in other things more than others, and I don't shine too much in that, okay? So, because I don't know too much the ins and outs concerning those kinds of things, you know what I'm saying, with gloves and tampering and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I got to get that out there, okay? So, but I do want to talk about this in this video, okay, that, Tyson Fury, and I've said this, I've said this months ago. I got a video out there regarding Anthony Joshua, who he's possibly going to fight next, which I thought, and I inclined towards. And it was months ago. It was before even Joe Joyce versus Usyk talks were around, okay? I think there were just minimal talks here and there about it. And I think it was before Daniel Dubois even fought Joyce. That's how long ago I made the video. And I said that most likely Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury is not going to happen. It's still a possibility it's not going to happen because, too much back and forth, man. Too many interviews. Too much blabbing away from certain fighters and promoters. And, there's a point where it's like, you know what, who cares? We're just going to wait and see if contracts are signed, you know what I'm saying? And if things are put into action and if something's really tangible or not, okay? And I've said it time and time again on my platform, ladies and gentlemen, that, I tend to ignore or try to put less emphasis and spotlight and have a focal point concerning these things that we're talking about. I don't have time. Literally, I don't have time in my day. My time is valuable, just as everybody else's time is valuable. My priority is not to go, make videos every second, every other minute concerning these guys going back and forth. Whether it be Fury, whether it be Eddie Hearn, whether it be whatever fighter, whether it be Bob Arum, you know what I'm saying? Other platforms do it amazingly though, and I'm thankful for those platforms because we get the insight and we get the know of what's going on constantly. And I'm gonna show you something right now, according to a source, right? Yeah. So we're gonna see that right now in a moment. How what I'm saying it's true. I mean, and you could just go to any platform out there. I mean, every other minute, and I've been saying it so many times on my platform that every other minute, every other second, whatever, every moment of the day, there's something new. And it depends on the fighter and it depends on the person because there are just, like I said, Eddie Hearn, he makes so many interviews and it's so long. They're like 1 hour freaking interviews, man. And it's like, man, who has the time of day to be listening to a guy, a promoter, an hour? And he does it so many times and he says so many things and so many things don't even come to pass. And that's just an example, okay? I mean, and Tyson Fury also is coming out saying so many things. And what's the point of me making this video? My point in making this video is that I see that, and I've said this before, as I reiterate, I said this also when I was invited in Blue Blood, when the topic was, one of the topics at least, when I was asked about, you know, Tyson Fury and, you know, Deontay Wilder trilogy. I've said it time and time again, man, I don't think it's going to happen. And one of the reasons why is because of what I'm going to talk about in this video. And that's one of the reasons why I personally thought months ago that Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury fight is not going to happen. And this is one of the reasons why, and I want to talk about that in this video. First and foremost, I got to say this. I appreciate Tyson Fury's, it seems like these names are synonymous now, man. I mean, it's been talked about so much. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, that's why I just made a mistake right now. You know what I'm saying? Because Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder seem like they're synonymous names now, man. Man, because they just been talked, you know, when somebody talks about Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury's in the conversation. And vice versa. When somebody talks about Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder's in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So it's been so much. Anyways, so I gotta say this. You know, Tyson Fury can box, okay? He has skills. I mean, I'm not taking that away from him. You even go before the rematch between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. I mean, he got skills, man. He went to 12 rounds with Deontay Wilder, and obviously we know what happened in the first fight. And I personally think that the ref waited too long on the count. He counted too slowly, man. I think it was a 10 count, and at the 10 count, I think that, you know, he was given like 3 extra seconds, Tyson Fury, to get up, or more. But why do I say this? Because we know what happened the first fight between Fury and Wilder, and I mean, Fury lasted most of those rounds because of his skills, his skill set, his defense. I mean, you know, the way he it's an awkward style. You know, you already know the story there. And outside the ring, okay, I'm laying a foundation on this video, okay, of why I'm doing this video. Now, and outside the ring, you know the story with Tyson Fury. If you don't, you can go ahead and do your research. I mean, he has had drug issues, you know, gone overweight, gone through depression, quote unquote, fought some demons or what have you in his personal life. He's been out in interviews. He even published a book, if I'm not mistaken, Tyson Fury, about that, explaining his trajectory. You know, him leaving boxing and then coming back after a 2-year absence or what have you, however long it was, and he was doing drugs and blah, blah, blah. So the thing here is that with Tyson Fury, I mean, okay, and this is the reason to why I'm saying this, what we're going to see in a moment, okay? So the reason, I mean, Tyson Fury outside the ring, he's a unique person, okay? I just put it that way. He's a unique character. He is, I don't know, man. He's out there. He's quite different, okay? He's quite different. And I'm not sure you guys can find some choice words for him, right? A lot of the boxing community finds choice words for Tyson Fury. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing things new here at Renee Box Young. I mean, I keep that profanity way. I just don't do it. That's not how I roll. You know what I'm saying? I roll my way, and that's what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. I've been saying time and time again. Doing new things here on Renee Box Young, man. And, you know, you can put the words you want about Tyson Fury, and there's a lot of choice words out there in the boxing community in general. I'm not even going to include race. I'm not even going to say, oh, it's this community. It's just in general. You know what I'm saying? We can all see, and I see, that, you know, Tyson Fury, he's a really unique, way out there guy, okay? In and out the ring. Why in? Because the way he boxes, the style. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's just out there. So now that we have laid that, you know, those points, I have laid those points down that I want to talk about concerning Tyson Fury, his character, his personality. That leads him to say a lot of things and just out there in what he says. And his decision making, here we go, and his decision making. I've said this before, like I said, shouts out one more time again. You know what I'm saying, to my guy Blue Blood, man. I've said it there too, that when we talked about this, that the way he is and his decision making, it's unpredictable. His decision making is unpredictable. You just don't know what the heck he's gonna do. Maybe one day he's gonna say, yeah, I'll do this, and then the next day he just does something totally different. You see what I'm saying? One day he says it's north, and the next day he says it's south. That's what I'm saying here. Why? Because, I mean, I just said it time and time again. You go back to the first fight between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. You know, you would expect, I was expecting them to have an immediate rematch. And what happened? He just turns around and runs to Top Rank and has 2 fights there and then comes back. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to see right now what he has said, which leads me to doubt he's going to have a much longer career in the sport of boxing. Okay? Maybe I'm one of the few that's going to say this, and I've been saying this. I don't think he's going to be fighting longer in the sport of boxing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get right to it, okay? So obviously this is Twitter, you know, Michael Benson official Twitter profile, you know, link in the description, yada, yada, yada there. Okay, so, and this is what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm referring to when that, you know, things are just constantly posted every other second, every other minute, every other hour and moment when it comes to the sport of boxing and media, okay? Sometimes some things are posted more about certain fighters than others because they speak too much and their cameras, you know, their faces are in front of cameras every other second. And here, just look at the time prints or whatever you want to call it, right? Look, 19 hours ago or whatever, right? And then again, here's another post, 19 hours at the same time, 1 minute apart from each other, ladies and gentlemen. Look at, or an hour apart from each other, whatever. You see? And then you got to hear the timestamps, right? 20 hours ago. This is from the time I'm making this video. And here's another one 20 hours ago. And they're all on Tyson Fury, Tyson Fury, Tyson Fury. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's just every other second, ladies and gentlemen. It's so much, it's too much. That's why I'm doing a compilation of these comments or whatever, right? In one video. Why would I make 20 videos of one thing said and then another thing said? It's too much time. So, and you got another one here. I mean, it's just over and over, and you got another one here. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, here. I mean, it's just over and over and over and over and over. You see what I'm saying? Too much, man. Here's another one. I mean, look at this, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, gosh. But anyways, so let's get to it. So we have here Michael Benson saying, okay, Tyson Fury on Deontay Wilder. What Tyson Fury is saying, he's saying, as far as I'm concerned, the chapter's done. I beat him twice, absolutely smashed him to pieces the second time. I agreed to about 7 dates, none materialized, then the contract expired. There's no fight between me and Wilder. Okay, that's what I've been saying. Not what he's saying, but I've been saying, I mean, I've been saying this a while ago. I don't remember when the first time I was invited to Blue Blood concerning this topic with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury about a possible trilogy. I said, well, I highly doubt we're going to see it. I really doubt we're going to see this trilogy because the way Fury is. And what I'm saying right now, okay? And I've been saying this for months, you know, we can just forget about the trilogy, man. It's sad, but it's most likely true. It's sad, but it's most likely true. And that's according to Fury's version, okay? I'm not saying what he's saying is 100% truth and nothing like that, no, okay? I'm not saying that. I mean, according to Fury, okay, he agreed to about 7 dates, none materialized. Then the contract expired. So also, ladies and gentlemen, that's the stance that Bob Arum is standing on. Also, this is the stance that Bob Arum is standing on, that the contract expired and that there is no tie or obligation that Fury has to fulfill to have a trilogy with Wilder, according to Tyson Fury and Bob Arum. Okay, according to Tyson Fury and Bob Arum, according to them. All right. I assume that, you know, according to what we've been hearing on Wilder's side and his side, that's not the case, possibly, right? So, but this is why, ladies and gentlemen, this is additional evidence to why I strongly believe we can forget about the trilogy, guys. We can forget about the trilogy, okay? And then we can go on here. Tyson Fury, here's another post on Anthony Joshua fight now. Okay, look, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm saying. I'm not optimistic about it. I don't think Anthony Joshua wants to fight anyway because he knows he's going to lose. Yeah, according to Tyson Fury, okay? This is just according to him, not me. He likes the fact that he's a professional boxer and, excuse me, after I get finished with him, he won't be one anymore. Okay, that's according to Fury, whatever. But the reason that leads me to believe, ladies and gentlemen, that he's not going to have much more of a boxing career, you know, a career in the sport of boxing, which implies retirement, okay, is because how he's speaking, not only what he's saying, but just how he is in general, what I just said earlier in this video. You see, when you put the pieces of the puzzle together, you see what's more tangible, what's more probable, You know what I'm saying? When it comes to tangibility, okay? That's what I think about Fury. I don't think he's gonna last longer in the sport of boxing, guys. Not because of his health, not because, no, it's because of his decisions, his mind, how he is. I think he's just gonna retire soon, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I think he's probably gonna be, and I think I said this recently also, I don't remember which platform or what live session or whatever, but I said I don't see Fury lasting, what, another year and a half, maximum, in the sport of boxing, okay? So let's continue here, okay? So these are just things that he's saying that lead me to believe what I'm saying, you know, which is the purpose of this video. So we have here another post, obviously. It says here, Tyson Fury on Deontay Wilder excuses. Okay, I believe it's mostly because he's got a load of, kissers in his camp. He's absolutely disappointing me as a man, and I feel sorry for him. Even if he does come back, I think he's finished. So you see, these are two reasons, at least according to Fury, why he's not going to fight Deontay Wilder in a trilogy. You see, there are many reasons why, ladies and gentlemen. According to Fury and his team, you see, and according to how he is, generally speaking, how Fury is. So we can forget about a trilogy, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm the type of person, I would love to see a trilogy. You know what I'm saying? That's what the boxing community wants, but we got to be realistic. I tend to focus less on pie in the sky stuff, you know what I'm saying? And going over the same thing over and over again when it's not tangible. You see, and why am I bringing this out? Okay, maybe you may be asking, why are you making this video then, you know? Or people out there who don't know this platform. It's because, first and foremost, people who don't know this platform and maybe listening for the first time, thank you so much for listening and tuning in, man. It's awesome. But you do your homework on my platform. Check when the last time I made a video on this, on Deontay Wilder and Fury. The last time I made a video, if I'm not mistaken, is when it was I think it was a post-fight reaction with between Wilder and Fury rematch. I think that's it. Okay. Ever since then, and that was like what, a year and a half ago almost, ladies and gentlemen. Around whenever they fought the last time. So it was a long time ago. I really don't talk about them because there's inactivity here, ladies and gentlemen. There's just, you know. So I mean, I don't really talk about this. I don't really talk about Fury. Okay. And for one of the reasons is because what I mentioned at the beginning of this video, because of the whole dilemma that's going on. You already know the details there. And because Fury hasn't fought since his last fight with Wilder. I mean, it's been so long. By the time I post this video, maybe there's going to be an announcement of him fighting somebody. Whatever. Okay? And I doubt it's going to be Anthony Joshua. I doubt it's going to be Anthony Joshua. Hopefully it is. But I'm trying to be more realistic here. You know what I'm saying? And here's all the receipts, right? Or whatever you want to call it, and proof to why I believe all this, okay? Why I believe what I'm saying. That it's less probable we're going to see these fights, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this guy goes on and on. He says here, Fury, another post, you know, Fury saying they've had a full year. Let me just, you know, pop that out so you can see it a little closer there. It says here, they've had a full year to make the Anthony Joshua fight happen, and it hasn't happened as of yet. You see, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I'm saying. Look what he says. We're no further forward than we were a year ago. It's got to happen sooner or later, hopefully. But Top Rank has to give me 2 fights this year. I don't care who. You see, so, I mean, the thing here is that you see Tyson Fury is getting impatient. And I think, personally, just get in and fight somebody already. And I've been saying this about all these fighters. Too much recess time between fights. Too much sitting around and going back and forth on social media. Who can care about that, man? I mean, I understand to a certain extent I talk about it, but I can care less so much about that. You know what I'm saying? Get in the ring and fight already. Put the money where your mouth is and do your job, man. You see what I'm saying? I'm tired of that, man. That, you know, a fighter fights once a year, once every other, you know, once every, oh my gosh, it's too much. Every 8 months. And after the first fight, he goes out saying that, oh, I'm going to fight this guy. And then that guy, no, I'm not going to do this. And now I'm going to do that. Oh my gosh, did you hear this? He's going to do this. And then it's really not true. And then the promoter comes out and backs up what he says. And then it's really not true. And then, oh, it's possibly going to be this guy. And no, I'm going to move up. And then I'm going to do that. No, I'm going to move down. And then I'm going to, oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, I don't got time for that. You see what I'm saying? And that's one of the things with Tyson Fury. Just get in and fight somebody, man. Gosh, you know, and it looks like Tyson Fury's getting to the point where he's getting tired of it. You know, he says, you know what? You know, it's been a year already. Nothing's materialized. We're in the same position we've been a year ago. We've been in a year ago. And, you know, I just need 2 fights this year. And you see, that's what I'm saying. I think this is how it's going to go out, man. it's most possible it's going to go out like this. He's going to fight 2 fights this year, possibly. Time is ticking. You know what I'm saying? 2 fights this year, and by 2022, he's probably not going to box anymore. Tyson Fury is possibly going to fight 2 fights this year. 2022, he's out of the sport of boxing, man. And ideally, what we all want is, if it's going to be 2 fights, hopefully it's going to be against Anthony Joshua. And to top it off, do that trilogy with Wilder. But for the reasons I've been explaining in this video, man, I don't think he's going to have a trilogy with Wilder. I don't think he wants it. I personally think if there is a trilogy against Wilder, I don't know who's going to win. I'm going for Wilder, and I think that Wilder will knock him out. I just do. I just think it. And I don't think Fury wants that risk. And because of Fury's instability and his, cognitive functions, the way he thinks, his personality, blah, 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 outside the ring, I don't think he's going to do it, man. I don't think it's going to be a Wilder Fury trilogy, ladies and gentlemen. So he's saying that, he wants the 2 fights. And if I'm not mistaken, I heard somewhere that I think that the 2 fights remaining are the last fights under his top rank contract. If I'm not mistaken, okay? But, I just don't see... If he has 2 fights, I think that's it for his career. I just think that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that Fury has that stability. I reiterate, if you go back to his life and his career in the sport of boxing, he's not too stable. And also you imply his personal life, it intertwines with this, because the personal life of a fighter, it affects their career. I mean, it's just facts. You know what I'm saying? His drug issues. Who knows if he's still doing drugs? Who knows if he's clean now? Who knows if he's really shaped up in his life? I don't know. I don't live with this dude. And a lot of people come out saying, oh yeah, he's living clean now and he's shaped up. I don't know, man. Do you live with him? You know what I'm saying? Do you live with him? And how do you know that? How do you know that? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not saying he isn't. It's possible he is, and I hope the best. I hope he is. I hope he's healthy. I hope his head's on straight and he has them the screws, tied, or whatever you want to call it, in his head. He has his head on his shoulders. Hope he doesn't have any loose screws anymore, but who knows? I just don't see it, And how he's talking, he wants 2 fights this year. We don't even know if he's going to fight twice this year. The way they're doing it nowadays, fighters are doing it nowadays, unfortunately. And we've said it on the platform here. Shouts out to our guy, Kurt, the historian. Say what we want to say about Canelo, man. But this guy, he's making... I understand. He's been off for a while because of the whole DAZN, Oscar De La Hoya lawsuit, blah, blah, blah. And I think that has prohibited him from being active as he has wanted to be, possibly. If I'm not mistaken, before that, he was fighting approximately twice a year, which is what a lot of fighters are doing. But now he wants to really, pump it and push out these fights. Talking about possibly 4 fights this year, which I think is awesome. If that happens, credit to Canelo, man. I mean, obviously I understand. I understand that. I'm not going against platforms that say, you know what, he's just cherry picking and this and that. I got nothing to say against that, because I got nothing to debate that, because, I've said it time and time again also, man. I've said it. Legends have said it. Blah, blah, blah. You already know about the trajectory of Canelo. But I'm not taking anything away from Canelo concerning his skills. And if he accomplishes what he wants to accomplish this year, that's awesome. I think that's awesome because he's active. He wants to get these names at 168, clean out the division. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing to take away from that, And this is exactly why I doubt that Tyson Fury will even possibly fight twice this year. Because look at, I mean, he's been off for so long, and a lot of these fighters are doing the same thing. I think it's just nonsense, man. Fighters got to go in there, stop talking, fight more. Talk less, fight more. It's your job. You know what I'm saying? I think it's enough of this whole fighting once a year, and we've talked about it, in recent lives here on the platform, and I just think that it's the same with Tyson Fury. Go in there and fight. I hope it's the same with, I want Wilder to go in the fight also. If it's not against Fury, man, don't wait around for Fury. Go and fight someone, Wilder. There are already names out there for Wilder. You know what I'm saying? You got this Martin guy, which I think he's gonna smash. Wilder's gonna smash any other opponent, ladies and gentlemen. That's just my humble opinion. But then again, you got to reiterate. We got to focus on Wilder's age. You see, these guys got to fight, man. These guys got to go in and fight. I mean, the time is ticking. The clock is ticking on these guys. Wilder, you know, I think the best thing for him to do than just wait around for Fury. I understand. I'm not knocking Wilder at all. I hope justice is served. Whatever the case is there, you already know the details. You know, justice is served. I want to see that for Wilder, you know. But in the meantime, go and fight someone. You know, you got a list of names of heavyweights out there. You know, just go in and fight, bro. In the meantime, you know, don't just wait for Wilder. And that's what happens with all these fighters. They just wait for certain names. It's like, dude, just stay busy. And this all leads me to believe that if Tyson Fury fights twice this year, he's most likely going to retire soon after that, man. Maybe one more fight after the second fight, you know. And if he fights once this year, he'll probably do one fight next year in 2022, and he's out of the sport of boxing. Let's see if what I'm saying is true. But I think it is. You know, I'm trying to be more of a realist here. And look at the, you know, source link in the description. What we just saw right there. What came out his own mouth. Looks like he's just getting tired of waiting, and, you know, I think he just wants to get 2 fights out of the way, and he's out of here in the sport of boxing. Out of the sport of boxing. You know. And, you know, that's what I think, man. That's just my humble opinion in all this. I don't think we're going to see Tyson Fury much longer, you know what I'm saying, in the sport of boxing. Yeah, I mean, what do you think? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and comment below in the comment sections. You know, in the comment section there of this video. I reiterate, I really appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. Thank you so much. You know, take care of you and your loved ones. Thank you so much for tuning into this. And comment below. I want to hear your opinions. What do you think about Fury? Is he going to last longer in the sport of boxing? I don't. I just don't think it. Plus, look at all the, I mean, there's so much controversy in Fury with his last fight against Wilder. And then with this Canahan guy, whatever his name is, and what he's alleged to being linked to, I don't know, man. It just looks bad. It looks really bad for Fury, his reputation. It just looks really bad and tainted. Really bad. And it's not a good look for him. And that's another reason. I didn't even get into much about that. That's another reason why I think I don't think he wants any of this. I mean, I don't think he wants much more of the sport of boxing getting the attention on him so much. Because a lot of the platforms out there, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the boxing community, I mentioned platforms because they're part of the boxing community. And they consist of a big part of the boxing community. Because these platforms have a lot of views, you know, generally speaking. So a lot of the boxing community out there, when it comes to Fury, it comes tied. His name is tied to all these controversial, you know, bad limelight stuff that Fury is carrying behind his back. And I don't think he wants much of that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's another reason that leads him to believe that I don't think Fury is going to be in the sport of boxing much longer, man. I think he just wants to get out of here. He just wants to get them fights out of the way and out of here, man. Right off in the win. You know? So, man, I mean, it's just a trip, man. So we'll see what happens, man, with this guy. And, I mean, I reiterate, just to conclude, I want him to fight Anthony Joshua. And I'll be going for Anthony Joshua. Stylistically speaking, I like Anthony Joshua and the fundamentals that he brings in the ring. But then again, Tyson Fury and his awkward style, it's a really close fight. You know, and I want him to see Wilder fight Wilder in the trilogy. Those 2 fights, man, I would love to see that. But I just see it really, really improbable we're going to see these fights. Maybe it's more probable he'll fight Anthony Joshua, and almost an impossibility that he's going to fight Wilder. That's kind of how I see it. Maybe he's going to fight Anthony Joshua. Maybe. And then after that, some other guy, and he's out of here. So go ahead and comment in the comment section once again. What do you think? I want to hear your opinions on this, man. So, man, it is what it is. Thank you so much, man. Renee Boxing on the platform. We simply discuss, critique, analyze, and just talk about the sport of boxing in a level-headed fashion. You know what I'm saying? The hate doesn't abide in this platform, man. I thank you guys so much, man. We are family. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Renee Boxing. Peace out, and please stay safe.